What was the first viral video for you?
It was someone's foot. It was my cousin's foot.
Blurred or not blurred?
Not blurred. Yeah, I'm homeless. You know, if there's a place for me to stay, okay, let's sleep in the Miata. And it was in the dark alley in the city, and it was like torn up, and there was like poop in there.
Wait, how are you sleeping in a Miata?
You're just stuck like this. It's like time to go to sleep, and you're just stuck like this. Like,
Your friend, what was he doing while you were in school?
he created like a handheld lens. People invested money on Kickstarter. There was this girl from China who was printing them, and I'm all putting on blast, but she's like, you have to marry me or else I'm not gonna print these. So like,
Wow. Another episode of Body Never Lies. Today I have my friend. He's a chiropractor. He's also a b-boy breakdancer. He's my buddy, Dr. Donovan. Welcome.
what's up?
How do I say
Thanks
your
for
last
having
name,
me.
by the way?
Smolich.
Dr. Donovan Smolich is in the building.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. This is virtual. So we're actually in separate places. But yeah, hey, how did we meet?
We met online.
We met in the
did we?
DMs.
In the yeah, we were sliding each other's DMs,
Yep, that's
and then
how
we
it
met
always
up,
happens.
and we adjusted each other, and then we breakdanced. and
Okay,
that's
yeah.
what happened.
So hold on, rewind. You came to my office first.
Yeah, so you DM'd me first. Yeah, I
No,
went to your
bro.
office first.
No, bro, you slid into mine like, hey, can you come over?
It's
I was
no,
like, you come over.
slid-
You come over. And then I went to go see you at your office.
Yeah,
Now, this was when you first moved here, right?
yeah.
Like how
Yeah, exactly.
soon was that? Like shortly after, a couple months, or when
I
did
think
you
it was
move here,
like-
by the way?
I moved here like it's almost been about 2 years. I think I haven't been here that long actually. I feel like I've been here forever.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I met you like a few months after I moved, and then
Okay.
yeah, I know I haven't even been here that long.
Let's just rewind this whole thing then. Tell me about where did you grow up? What chiropractic school did you go to? And where did you first start practicing?
Okay, I grew up in Seattle, Washington, represent, and
Okay.
I moved to the Bay Area to go to Life West Chiropractic.
Right on.
Yeah, and then first started my practice in Seattle, and I was practicing there for like 2 years, and then the universe brought me to LA. So, I mean, there's a lot behind the scenes stuff that caused me to come to LA, but those are the answers to your question.
Did you open your practice right away, straight out of school?
Yeah, I opened it right away because when I was at my college, I just wanted to discover like what I really wanted to do, and I wanted to actually work under somebody. And then when I had really bad luck when I was sleeping in a car, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to have financial problems anymore. I'm going to figure out how to work for myself and change my life so I could get a lifestyle of not suffering in a car. So that's when I planned opening my own practice right away, right when I got out of school. So I like focused on that every single day of my life. And then that's how I opened it up right away. But I started in a little kid's room and upgraded to a quarter of a tax office. So I was a ghetto chiropractor back then.
Okay, hold on. You slept in a car. You just slipped that in there. What do you mean?
When I first moved away, because I just wanted to change my life because I felt like I had no purpose and I was like upset with my life. So I was like, I need to figure out my life. And I wanted to be a healer, but I wasn't sure if chiropractic was for me, even though I grew up with a chiropractor when I was a little kid all the way till now. I used to break dance in there. And then,
What do you mean?
so like my chiropractor, he first opened up.
Yeah.
And my dad was friends with him. And then I was breakdancing, and I was like training nonstop. When you're a kid, you breakdance the whole day, every single day. You have time to do that.
How old
And
were you?
I was like 13, I think.
Oh, wow.
And I was like jumping into handstands, and I was doing martial arts. And then one day I jumped to a handstand at midnight, and my spine bent in half backwards, and I got stuck like this, and I was like shaking, and I got stuck on the floor, and I couldn't even say a word. Like, and no one found me.
You were
till next
literally
morning.
frozen. You were literally
Yeah, I was frozen like
in
this,
freeze.
and I was sweating on the floor, like dying.
Holy.
And my dad found me the next morning. It was like midnight till 10 a.m. And he's like, "What the heck happened to you?" And so he like carried me to his friend who was a chiropractor who just opened up, And he's like, fix him. It's like a private visit, and he like cracked my neck, and I was walking again, but I was limping out. I was like, oh my God. And then that's how I met the chiropractor. But I had no idea what he was doing to me. I thought you think he just cracks you and you're like, oh, but I never really thought what he was actually doing. That's what everyone thinks. And then so I went there like every single day, like, cause I had free chiropractic. So I just hung out in there when he was opening, and I would practice breakdancing there cause I was so bored because I had no ride home. So I'm stuck there because it's right next to my high school too.
It was like your after school program.
Yeah. So I'm just breakdancing and like, there's no one in there yet. And then they would just adjust me. And then, so I just grew up with a chiropractor. And then all of a sudden he like blew up, and then I couldn't break dance there anymore. Yeah. And then he was the one who inspired me to be a chiropractor. He's like, when I was getting older, I used to help people. Like I would listen to people and I would help them work out, and I'd teach them how to get healthy, even though I had no idea. I knew it was someone, I was teaching them my lifestyle, but after you go to chiropractic school, you like know how to actually teach someone how to get healthy. Right. So I was like getting people healthier by teaching how to work out and whatnot. And then they're all my chiropractor's patients. And he was like, I've been hearing you've been helping a lot of people. And I was only like a teenager. I was like 16, 17, 18. And I kept helping people. And then over time, he's like, you should be a chiropractor. You would be so much more fulfilled. And I was like, I don't know if I want to crack people. And he's like, I'm telling you, this is for you. It's like, it has to do with your brain and your spine, your nervous system. I was like, excuse me? That's what you've been doing to me this whole time? So I thought you were just cracking me, and it felt great because I would go in there with my head stuck after doing head spins for like a whole day, and I'd be like stuck like this. That's the only time I saw him. It was like if my neck got stuck. I was the worst patient. Like I would never even show up on the appointment time, and I'll just show up 3 hours late. I'm like, what's up guys? I'm here. I'm like the worst patient. So he gave me a book on chiropractic and how it has to do with your nervous system and your brain. And I read it. There's pictures in it. Thank goodness at that time. I was like, I'm not going to read this book. And then I was like, wow, it has to do with that. And so I think I'm going to take this chance to move away and change my life and do chiropractic. Because I also wasn't satisfied with my current life, which is like a whole nother thing. Okay. And then, so that's why I took that leap to go. And then I had really bad luck. Like someone was using my credit, and I had a really bad credit score. Like people were buying stuff on my name somehow. And I had a place to stay at, a Filipino house. For 3 months, I had it reserved. And then when I met her, she was like all chill. He's like, what's up? He's like, you should go out one more night and hang out with your friends and then come back. And I was like, okay, sure. And then I come back, she like gave away my room. And she's like, oh, I already gave away your room. Like, I think it was like, she didn't even want me there or something. It was just like bad luck. And then so I was trying to look for a place to live, and I couldn't because I was getting denied because my credit was so bad and I didn't have any money barely. And then so it just turned into this crazy thing where I thought I was gonna find a place. So my friend was like, hey, I have a car you can sleep in, and it was in a dark alley in the city. So he walked me over to his car, and it was like torn in half. It was like a Miata, and it was like torn up, and there was like poop in there, and homeless people were like trashed it. And I'm like, dude, I'm not sleeping in this, because I was sheltered back then. I was like a germaphobe. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I don't want to sleep in here. And he's like,
wait, how are you sleeping in a Miata? Like, okay, you got to explain to people how tiny a Miata is. I just discovered it. It's
like the smallest car. Like there's only 2 seats, and you can't even lean your chair back. Mm-hmm. You're just stuck like this. It's like, time to go to sleep. And he goes, you're just stuck like this. Like, and you wake up, your back is killing you. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, I actually recently got one, and I could barely fit. You know, like my knees touch the dashboard, and like,
exactly.
So how are you supposed to sleep in that?
You kind of put one foot up, and then like you just go like that, and then you're just destroyed. You're like, can't even get your foot down. You're like stuck.
Wow.
No one even knows what a Miata is. That's why I always want to say it's a 2-seater Miata, because it's like so small.
It's a 2-seater that doesn't go back.
Yeah, you're just stuck there. Mm-hmm. And it's like, smells bad in there, and it's like dirty. There's like dirt inside. And yeah, you get used to it.
So you that's where you slept?
Yeah. My friend was trying to sneak me into his boss's place before that. There's a lot that happened. I'm like skipping through the thing. I'm skipping through like the story, but like he tried to like sneak me into his boss's office, and he's like, don't worry, he's on vacation. And I go, oh, thank God, let's sleep in here for a little bit, because like you need at least one day to like prepare yourself, like take a shower at least. And then we go in there like midnight, and then the lights are turned off and his boss turns on the light. He's like, what are you doing in my apartment? And we're like, oh my God, like I thought you said you were on vacation. I was like, I thought he was too. And they're all like in our boxers looking at each other. And we were just about to leave half naked. And then we like walk out and he's like, okay, let's just sleep in a public restroom for now. So like sleep in the public restroom in the same building, and we like lock the door and put yoga mats in there. I have a video of it.
Wow.
And the security's like, open the door. And I'm like, this is really hard to sleep in here. And we're just like stressed out like this on the floor. And sleeping on the floor for 30 minutes, like hard floor on a yoga mat, is like really painful for certain people like myself. And then I was like, how about we just leave? So we left at 4 a.m. And then later he's like, okay, let's sleep in the Miata. And he puts it in an illegal parking spot inside the alley. He put it in there because I think the tow truck couldn't fit in there. Pretty smart. And then so there's like a bunch of tickets on top of like a stack of tickets, like trying to tow it out. And then so we like slept in there. And there's a story way later about where this car disappears later. But so we slept in there. And we're like, oh my God. And then I go to my first day of school.
Wow.
Same day. It was my first day of school. I was like, yeah, that's like pretty wild.
Well, while you were in school, where were you sleeping then? Did you eventually find a place?
Well, I was sleeping in a bunch of random places. So like the public restroom, and I would beg people at restaurants to let me sleep at their place. So like I like would sit down and I'll like get like the cheapest thing. And I'm like, I try to act really actually like, hello, I'm a traveling break dancer. Cause I was like, when I was like kind of dancing a lot, but I quit over time because I was like stressed out. And I was like, yeah, I'm homeless. You know, if there's a place for me to stay. And then like I got denied like over 30 times. And then one waitress was Filipino. And I was like, this might be the one. I'm Filipino too. And she's like, you are? I thought you were Mexican. And I was like, whatever. I was like, I'm homeless. I have no friends. And she's like, oh my God, I'm going to help you. I think it was like Filipino instinct. And then so she like called her friends to meet me. And so like she let us sleep in her RV. But after a few days, they thought that we were trying to rob their house. Because they're like, why would a 23-year-old be homeless right now, basically? Yeah. So like her man was like checking up on us all the time. I only knew this because a couple of years later, they became my patients after, and they invited me to the wedding. And they said that at the wedding. They're like, how did you meet this guy? And they're like, I thought he was like this guy trying to rob our house. I was like, you guys thought that the whole time? Because he would come by every hour. He's like, you guys need anything? Like, you guys want In-N-Out? I'm like, I was talking to my friend, because my friend was homeless with me. And I was like, what a great guy. He wants to get us In-N-Out. What a great guy. But he actually was trying to like talk to us and see if we were like criminals and like check up on us. So he actually was checking if we were going to rob the house the whole time. Like, what great service. Like, great waiter.
You didn't have classmates that you could, hey, can I sleep on your couch? Or
I was trying to. So like there's a guy from Seattle. All these people are like watching this in the future, like, excuse me. But there's this guy I was trying to relate to. I was like, I'm from Seattle too. What's up? And I was like, by the way, I'm homeless. Don't tell anybody. And he's like, no way. And then he like told everybody. And then like everyone's like, there's a homeless guy in our class. And there was only back then my school wasn't popular. It was just like getting rebuilt. So there's only 10 students in my class. Also, everyone thought I was kind of crazy. So like no one was really talking to me. So like someone offered, but then they're kind of freaked out that I had another homeless friend with me. So it was kind of hard to get them to let me stay at their place. I'm all putting him on blast. But one of my friends, and she's my friend now, but later she's like, I found out you're homeless. That's so cool. It's like, you want to like stay at my place? So like months later, she let me stay at her place for like a week. And so me and a friend like finally got to take a shower. And we're like, oh my God, this is a luxury. Serving us wine and stuff. So it was like the best week ever. But we couldn't stay there the whole time because like you can't just live there. We were homeless for about like maybe over 6 months.
Okay.
And that was our luckiest time to like reset, because we didn't take shower. We didn't take a shower for like weeks.
Wow. And
I was sheltered. I didn't even know what to do. So like we wore the same outfit every day. So we bought these $6 long sleeves at Target, and we both looked like thing one, thing two. Like we had the same outfit on with backward hat because my hair was growing like crazy. I had a mullet and I looked really bad because like I didn't sleep because it's hard to sleep in a car. So I'm like, didn't sleep. So I looked crazy and I was losing my social skills. So I didn't even talk to anybody at my school or anywhere. I'm like this, like freaking out every day because I'm like this homeless dude. So like no one talked to me for like over a year basically. And I would pass out in the library and I had like malnutrition, like I couldn't digest. And some people would like feed me and like I was a homeless dude. I know it's so crazy, but like some nice people would like bring like carrots to me and feed me like a wild animal. I'm just like, oh my God, like who is this crazy dude?
Your friend, what was he doing while you were in school? Was he in school with you or?
No, he was trying to make his dreams come true like me. So like he had unfortunate events too. So like he created like a handheld lens and he patented it and people invested money on Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. But what happened was there was this girl from China who was printing them, and I'm all putting on blast, but she's like, you have to marry me or else I'm not going to print these. So like, wow. While we were living in a car, he was like stressed out because he didn't have any money either. And he was like, every time he reads emails, there's a million emails from around the world saying, I hate you. Where's my product that I invested money into this? Because it's not his money. It's invested in the product. That's what you printed. So everybody's cussing him out in emails and he doesn't even want to read it. He's like, ugh. And I'm stressed out because I can't even study for my classes. And so like, it was just wild. And after 6 months, we moved into a garage and that's where we would try to do his product stuff. So I would try to help him with his product thing, and then I would try to study for my classes at the exact same time. So I was like stressed out, like it was crazy. And I like couldn't talk to anyone. I was like too much in fight or flight all the time. Like I was just like fight or flight, like nonstop. Like my brain wasn't even really working really either. Like it's a long, wild story. It's just like a lot of craziness.
I mean, your classmates who see you now must trip out. Like, this is the homeless guy now. He's TikTok chiropractor.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are thinking that because they probably all thought I was like this crazy guy that wasn't going to make it. Because like some people would tell me that at my school.
What did he say to you?
Some of them said like, oh, he's not going to be successful. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. And it was because like I was like really, they thought I was like weird. Like just me now, basically.
Except you're like fight or flight, malnourished, no sleep. You're kind of almost like a drug addict, like cracked out, like in survival mode in school. And here you are doing coccyx adjustments, getting millions of views.
Yeah, I know.
Probably like,
very simple, you know.
Wow, like you figured out the secret.
While I was homeless, I also created like this journal, and I was like losing my mind because I was mad at my friend. Like I was just like, oh, I hate this guy. Like he wants to work on his thing. I'm like barely passing my classes. Like does this guy even care about me? But he did. But he was also stressed out too. But at that time, I was like upset. So like I made this journal and I would write to myself and I was creating my reality in it. And I was saying like, I'm not gonna be in this situation ever again. And I'm going to change my life. So I wrote the most impossible life, which is everything that's happening now. I wrote in the journal at that time when I was homeless, like literally
what year was that?
Word for word. I think near the end of 2015, maybe, or 2016, I was writing in that journal because I developed it later, like in 5 months in, I think. And I was writing in a composition notebook. Like I had like stacks of them. And then later when I lived in the garage, I was really honing in those journals because I felt like I was changing. Because I also wanted to write down like I want to be an expert at all these different topics and I want to feel confident with everything I do. So I wrote a list of everything I want to be really badass at. And so I just focused on those nonstop. Like I had no social life because I couldn't even talk anyway. So I went all out and became like a master at everything I want to be good at. Like I want to be a master at running a business, social media, health, nutrition, exercise, like literally everything I want to teach people about. So I read like 1 million books. I listened to podcasts nonstop. Like I wasn't even talking to anybody. And then when I was about to graduate, I tried to become a master at communication. So like I went all over the Bay Area and taught people for free, meet them up to do a fitness thing. That's how I got their attention. I was like, hey, let's make a fitness video. Like when I was first doing Instagram. And then I would be like, what's going on with your body? And they would tell me like, oh, I have low back pain. I was like, oh, did you know you can do this? So I was like teaching simple things and I was building a community in the Bay Area. And that's how I got all my patients to graduate from school. So I built a community in the Bay Area by talking to everybody. Like I was even at the point that all the Starbucks I went to, they would give me free Starbucks every day. Like I walk in, I'm not even kidding. Like I manifested this in my journal. I was like, I'm going to attract good energy. People are wanting to like help me and give me things. I wrote that in there. And so every time I walk into a Starbucks, they would bring me a sandwich and a coffee every single time I walk in before I even stepped in line. And sometimes I would pay them before they did it because I felt so bad. So every day I was getting free everything everywhere I went because I was talking to so many people. Because I was reteaching myself how to speak because I couldn't speak in the beginning of the program. And I was like, how am I going to run a business if I can't talk? And then that's why.
When you got the free coffee, what did you offer them?
Kindness, literally. Like how I first got their attention was like everybody in there was low energy. and everyone that, because it was Hayward, like no one wanted to be there. So everyone was like, and so I created this skill where I'm like, I'm just going to act different. I'm going to act more energy than most people in line, which is abnormal. I'd be like, hey, what's up? Like, I just say it in different ways. And then it would strike a conversation every single time, depending who it was. I went there every day to write my journal anyway or study. And so I did that so often. Every single place I went to, I did that. I acted more extra high energy to see the reaction. And then that was how conversation sparked up, and I would talk about something inspirational, and then people would just give me stuff for free. Even out here, I'm mind blown. It's even 10 times more than it was over there when I was like a nobody, and I'm giving the same energy, but it's like the universe is like saying like, I'm gonna make this happen for you somehow, and then people like try to help you and then grant you stuff, which is not a big deal to have things, but like it's very kind if someone wants to help you or they want to give you something. I've been attracting that like crazy out in LA, which is wild. I just go to like anywhere and they're like, hey, like I remember you. And then they like, give me something. It's like, it's so wild. But
when's the last time that happened to you out here?
Last night, actually.
Give me an example.
I went to like a smoothie place, and then everyone I'm talking about is on my social media, but they were like, hey, what's up? It's like, we've seen you before. And I'm like, what's up? And then they were like, what do you do? And they're like asking me, and I was like, I do chiropractic. And then they're like, that's awesome. And there was like a lot of great energy over here. And then later they're like, hey, we want to give you free smoothies because you bring good energy and you talk about us and we noticed. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. And then so like they gave me smoothies and I was like, that meant a lot. It's not like a big deal, but that's a small example of bigger things that you can attract over time, like people who want to work with you. I mean, I also did another thing. Like I've been attracting like speakers that want to talk to me, and I'm just like people I watch a lot. Like they're attracted to me and they want to talk to me. So it's like very interesting. Like the exchange of what you get from the universe, from like the good energy you put out, it like comes back at you. Especially with social media, it's a way for those people to get attracted to you from somewhere else. I feel like every time I put out good energy and I'm writing about it, it like just comes. And it's very interesting because I also worked on a famous speaker the other day, but I don't want to talk about that one right now because it just happened. I'm just saying like you get different types of exchange. Like someone wants to work with you and they bring you value, which is like a collab, and then or people want to help you with something else. So it's like very interesting.
So when did you graduate and when did you start making videos on Instagram?
I think I graduated like 2018 and I started making videos before that, and I was not getting views.
Explain.
So when I was writing my journal, I was like, because I hated social media. Like I didn't even post pictures of myself. I didn't like people looking at me. I used to have this mindset like people are going to discover me, which they're not if you don't post on social media, right? And people always tell you that line when they're like, oh, I don't want to do social media. I'm like, it's going to change your life. I was thinking in my mind, I was like, how am I going to make my dreams come true, make my practice attract people if I'm not doing every type of way to show myself rather than doing old school way, which is like do talks all over the place. So I was like thinking social media is so important right now. And it was before TikTok came out. So it was way harder back then. So I'm going to go for this no matter what. And so like I was posting on Instagram and I was learning how to use YouTube, and I was trying to be a perfectionist, and like I'd work on a 30-second video for like a week. So I'd post like once a week a 30-second video. And I used to post crazy workout videos because you couldn't post chiropractic until you're done. So I posted crazy workout videos and I was creating the choreography. I was like, I've never seen this online. So I'd do like the craziest workout movements. And then like people would be like, oh, that's so cool. But like Instagram doesn't push you like it does now because they're competing with TikTok. So I would get barely any views, but people would appreciate it. They'd come up to me and say, wow, so cool. But I was actually losing followers. So it was so hard back then. And that's what makes people not want to post online. But when TikTok came out, there's more motivation now. But I posted back then when I was just losing followers and whatnot. And then when TikTok came out, that gave me an extra push. It inspired me to post even more because it teaches you how to post more. You're like, you gotta post every day. I had no idea this whole time. And then that's how I like really scaled things up. But when I first blew up my office in Seattle, it was all referrals. It was, my social media following wasn't big, but I was really good at social media. Like I knew everything about it. So I'm like, hey, can I take a picture of you? I'm gonna tag you in this. or can I tip your arm? I'm going to tag you. And so like I kept posting everyone's mutual friends every single day. And that's how I built the community without having a big following. So I'm like, oh, you have shoulder pain? I'm going to put a piece of tape there and circle it and tag you. And so it was giving off this message like, who is this guy? Like, we don't know anyone that heals people. So that's how I marketed in Seattle. I just tagged everybody with their issue, or I took a photo with them and posted it nonstop, like 5 times a day on my story. And then that's how I blew that one up. And then later I went viral, like later near the end of the year, maybe. And then people started flying out to me, which is another thing I wrote down when I was homeless.
What was the first viral video for you?
It was someone's foot. It was my cousin's foot.
Blurred or not blurred?
Not blurred.
Sock or no sock?
No sock.
Okay. What was it? What was the video about?
So she had foot pain. I adjusted it, but I didn't have a mic back then, so you can't even hear anything. It was in the kids' room at that time. I reposted old videos on TikTok from like when I recorded in the kids' room, and I was just scraping her foot with a Graston tool, and then it reached like 10,000 views. But originally I was like, I'm not doing TikTok. That's for little kids and dancing. My friend was like trying to be a famous TikToker. He's like, Donovan, download the app so you can like all my posts. I'm trying to get famous. I'm like, are you serious right now? And then so I downloaded the app and I just posted the foot just to see what happened. And then it got like 10,000 views out of nowhere. And I was like, wow, I'm going viral right now. I was like, oh my God. And then that's not even viral. So I was like, I'm going to post more and more and more. So that video kept accruing views, and then I kept posting nonstop, and then all the videos were blowing up, and then that's how I went viral on TikTok.
What year was that?
Maybe it was 2019. I kind of forgot.
Do you think it was 2020 during the pandemic?
I think maybe it was 2020. I think actually, yeah, maybe it was.
Yeah.
I know. I don't even remember the years, because when you're like getting high off of working on yourself right now, you already know. Like, I kind of forget like what year was what. Like I feel like I've been living here for 5 years, which I haven't.
Right.
Yeah. So it's pretty crazy.
So you actually blew up on TikTok before Instagram then?
Yeah. So like TikTok, I like went up to 40,000 followers, and I was like, I feel like Usher right now. I'm just kidding. But, and so I was like, this is my platform, but I also want to get big on Instagram too, but that was very slow. But I feel like the TikTok really pushed my Instagram. Like I was doing manual labor on there. I'd be like, follow my Instagram on every single comment on all the viral videos on TikTok. Follow me on Instagram, Dr. Donovan as well. I did it like a million times. Like, because like you can't compare yourself to someone who's already big. You have to work almost harder. And especially if you don't know how to use social media at its full extent, you kind of figure out these strategies like manual labor times 100 to catch up to people who are already big. So you have to work harder than the person who's already big, basically, to get up to that level. So I did that, and then my Instagram jumped up to 10,000 out of nowhere when I kept doing that. And I was like, I'm satisfied with 10,000. And then you're like, wait, that's like nothing. And then you keep going higher and higher and higher. In my journal, I create like social media strategies. Like, I'm going to try this next. And that's how I kind of like grow it every time it slows down for like maybe 2 months. And then I kind of change it. So I know how to go viral because I change it up. Yeah.
So has your growth been kind of like a roller coaster? Like you go up and then you go down a little bit, go up, go down a little bit?
Yeah. Well, it goes big like every month and a half, I think.
Okay.
When I first moved to LA though, I felt like moving changed my algorithm for like 5 months. And so nothing was moving on my social media at that time. And everyone's like, oh, he's still in Seattle, which I wasn't. And then so I had to refer everybody to people in Seattle. And then later, I tried all these new strategies again. Like I did collabs. A lot of them were bad. Yeah. Oh, he was the only good collab. Okay, everybody. He goes, he already points at himself like, a lot of them were bad.
Collabs.
He was one of the most positive collabs, but a lot of them were pretty bad. Like they don't care about you and they just like show up. But now I only attract like really high energy collabs. Like, wow. But now back when I first came here, it was like really low energy. It was like the universe was like trying to test me. Like, I'm going to give you these really bad collabs just to have you feel how it is to work with certain types of people or whatever. So it's interesting. It's like magic almost. It's a test.
What do you like the most and what do you dislike the most about being a creator?
What I like the most is you can express yourself and be creative and have people witness that rather than you have to just be creative on your own, because sometimes it's more motivating when you can share your creativity to people. It's just like practicing breakdancing. Like I can't practice by myself anymore. It's like I'm not motivated. I need energy around me to like appreciate what I'm doing. So like social media is a way to like express yourself, and people can appreciate who you are. Like, wow, I never met you, but you have great energy, and I appreciate that. What I don't like about social media is I don't care about being judged. I think it's just, I don't even dislike anything about social media at all, but I'm trying to give you something. But I think it's just people who like, you just notice all these people around the world. They're not bad, but they're just sitting in their room, like leaving mean comments to people, and like they could be insulting your patients, which is like messed up. It's just like, wow, there's people who like want to give you bad energy around the world. Like they could be young people, they could be older. There's like, I don't care if they say mean things about me, but they are mean to people in the video. It's just messed up. So that's the only thing I can think of that I don't like about it.
How has life changed for you since becoming a content creator?
My life changed a lot. It helped me discover more of myself. Like when I was a little kid, literally, I wanted to be a leader or something and teach something to inspire people, even though I was just like a little kid. But I was like, well, that's impossible. In the future, social media was like the perfect thing that came out that allowed me to like understand myself more. Like in my opinion, when you record yourself and then people are appreciating it, you kind of discover yourself over time because you really want to express yourself even more. And
Right.
it makes you want to help people. Like it depends on the person, but it makes you want to like inspire people online and give a positive message depending on who you are. And if you want to be a leader, so it helped me discover all these elements to myself to be a leader online and like inspire people and help people online too. So like I think social media helped me discover myself more because you're talking to yourself on the camera too.
That's definitely been my experience too, where at first I was kind of like you, like, let's just see how it goes. No one's going to want to watch my videos.
Yeah.
And when you start to realize that people are paying attention or people are giving you good feedback, you feel inspired to want to help more people. When people say things like, oh my God, your video helped me so much, it makes you want to do more. But also for me lately, it's been about being more authentic. So it's inspired me to show up more as who I am, more true to myself, more true, and really putting myself out there in sort of a vulnerable way, because I feel like that's what people can relate to. People get inspired by that, by authenticity.
Yeah.
And that's been my journey lately, is trying to show up more as myself and seeing if that can inspire other people.
I noticed you've been giving really good energy. I've been noticing online. You've been doing a good job.
Thanks, man. It's still a work in progress. And the thing about this is people don't realize how hard it is to make videos, edit, and the queue. Like, I mean, sometimes, yes, you have videos that you record and you'll post either the same day or the next day. But most of the time, the videos are either a week, 2 weeks, maybe even months recorded previously, right? And if you're like, okay, now I'm going to rebrand, I'm going to change my strategy, you got to get through all those older videos first before you're pushing out the new ones, right? So it takes time to sort of push this new brand, and it takes time really to grow your audience and grow your strategy, and it's the whole process. It's like a second job.
Oh yeah, literally.
How do you manage all that?
I kind of have like a schedule. Like, well, like if someone was first getting into social media, there's like, you have to put the hours in like a job, literally. So you have to sit on your computer and learn how to edit. Well, we have CapCut now, which is way easier now, but you kind of have to like do research and kind of like learn how to create your videos. But the first thing you have to do is just post a crappy video, which everyone will appreciate anyways. They're like, wow. And like, excuse me, this is not my best work. But like the technique is like, as you keep posting, your videos get better and you edit better, like naturally. But so I edit videos pretty fast, but I put some effort in some of the videos. Like I'm like, oh, this is going to be a really good video, even though it will not get views compared to the videos you post for a second. It's like, wow, all that effort. I think to manage that is like, I have a day in the week that I focus on content. Like today is actually like my content day week, my content day.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I have these days I have to break dance. And then I have these days I work. Mm-hmm. So like there's these days I dedicate to creating the content. That's how I've been able to do it. But I used to make them every single day, like super late at night. I'm editing every single day. But sometimes you have to do that if you want to get your name out there. You have to put the work in. But once you get to that level, you'll be more organized and be like, oh, this is my day. I create all these videos. So like, but in the beginning, like if someone wanted to get big online, I would recommend like 10x it or 100x it compared to someone who's already posting online to to get your foot in the door, literally.
How many videos do you post during the week now?
Yeah, I post every day. I can post every day on Instagram, but what's cool is you can repost all those videos on TikTok and YouTube. So it's kind of unlimited content for all those platforms. So I never miss a day of posting. Like that's the rule, number one. Don't miss a day of posting, even if you're tired. Honestly, I would repost your video from 6 months ago and put it on here. Your favorite video from 6 months ago and put it back on there and make it a tiny bit shorter. That's a good piece that I like to tell everybody. That's a good one. But for like YouTube, of course, like we're making long form videos now, and I try to at least post like 2 or 3 times. I just started this. I'm posting at least 2 or 3 long form videos a week, but I post the shorts every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of organize in my journal. I'm like, I'm doing this because it will do this kind of impact. That's the motivation behind why I post every day, or why I'm posting 3 times a week long form on YouTube, is the reasoning behind it to inspire me to actually do it. Like if you're posting the podcast videos, you're like, this is the reason why I'm consistent with the podcast videos, because it gives this kind of impact and it makes me excited about that or something. Or I'm posting this kind of video because it'll tell more people to come in or something. Like different reasonings to make you inspired to do it.
Do you have a team that helps you?
I did work with some editors, but then I felt like they're all like, excuse me. It was like not worth it at the time. Like I think I still need to find, you kind of have to experiment through editors to figure out which one resonates with you the most and understands you. Cause like the energy is kind of different on some of the editors. It just depends really. I worked with some editors, they'll edit in a way like I know how the video should go. Like they're telling me what to do, even though it's my video that I'm paying for. So that's why like I kind of went back to editing my own videos. In this video, I'm not putting everyone on blast, but I'm like more, I'm more excited to edit my own videos and posting that piece of art online and see what happens myself. So I just dedicate a day to do it.
I work with a team, or I work with a company. They're overseas. They're really good. So I can give you, I can tell you who I work with if you want.
That'll help a lot. Yeah.
But at the same time, like let's say I record a 30-minute video of a treatment session, and then to break that down into a minute or 30-second reel, it's hard to teach someone how to break that down, because how are they going to know what part to use unless they know your mind, or, they know your style. So I get it. That part is hard too, so sometimes I'll have them just cut it to 5 minutes, and then from there I'll cut it down to 1 minute. Give me the best 5 minutes. But I'm still trying to figure this out too. Like ideally, in a perfect world, someone would record for me, someone would edit for me, someone would post for me, right?
Yeah.
And all I have to do is just show up and do the work, and maybe collaborate with people or meet people, and that's it. That would be my dream scenario.
Yeah, I want that
too. I'm not there yet.
Yeah. I know it's a process to get to that. We have to find it basically to get to that point, basically.
But also, what's your reason for doing this? Does this translate to patients finding you through social and coming to your, like what % of people, new patients coming in, found you on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, you think?
In LA, it's like all of them. In Seattle, it's a smaller percentage because I grew up in Seattle.
Right.
So in Seattle, like everyone just knows who I am, and I go to all the events in Seattle. So that's how that's how majority were from referral in person. And then a ton come from social media, but I would say like I networked in Seattle in person much more. LA, almost every single patient that sees me, they fly out to see me, and they stay for like a certain amount of time if it's like a really bad condition. So they would fly out for like tailbone, which is hard to fix on some people, or they have like their nervous system is shot and they can't figure it out because they're just getting fast cracks and they need more than that. So a lot of my patients they fly out to me actually, which is wild, which I like, but so a lot of them come from social media. So that's the answer basically.
The reason why I asked is because I work really hard doing this because it translates to business. It translates to helping people. It's not because I'm trying to be like an influencer or a celebrity or anything like that.
Yeah.
Although it might seem that way from my friends or people from the outside, it could seem like that, right? Because your stories and your posts and you show things that it seems like you go to events and meet people.
Yeah.
It's like sort of like the glitz and glamour of it, but it only makes sense for me if it translates to people finding me to come see me so I could help them. If that wasn't the case,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be doing this. Or
Yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
if I would have started or continued, I should say. You know what I mean? Because at first it's a lot of hard work. It's a gamble to see if, you could even garner an audience in the beginning. And then once you do, it's like, oh shoot, now here I am. I got to be consistent now and make videos now. I can't stop. I can't ever stop. but like that stress and, it's only worth it because people come see me. And I'm wondering, is that the same for you, or do you do this for, I don't know, the attention, or getting invited to events, or kind of being an influencer? There's nothing wrong with that if that's the case.
I think my main reason is similar to yours. It just helps people get better. Like, people can find you and you can inspire them to get better. I think because the main thing is I just want to make an impact to help as much people as possible. Everyone's like, really? Is that really what it is? But I think when you do something good for people, it makes you high on life. So like, it makes you excited about life, that you can help more people. Because if you're in a good mood yourself, if you're taking care of yourself, you want everyone to feel that way too. And I think people appreciate that if you post online and they come see you, and it's a good feeling to inspire people to change their life. And the bonus is people see you online and they want to invite you to cool stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think, I've talked to you, I've talked to Dr. Chris Dorsa, and we all kind of said the same. It's like, it's a lot of work that goes into this. And it's not just, we smile and laugh on our videos, but it's not just fun and games, doing social media. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of commitment. And it's because it translates to people finding us. A lot of people have asked me, do patients actually come see you from your videos? I'm like, yes. Why do you think I'm doing this? Why do you think I'm like losing sleep at night editing? You think it's just for like clout? You think it's just for views and likes? Because I'm so, like need the likes and comments in my life.
Yeah. Say like my post.
But at the same time, I think once it gains enough traction and once it sort of, you get an audience, you can also, it becomes another business. It becomes a separate business, right?
Yeah.
So in that sense, yes, now it becomes something a little different. It's like its own business. I'm not there yet. I'm nowhere near where I want to be in terms of gaining, monetizing off of social media. But I could see how that could happen. And then within that paradigm, within that business, then it's a little different. Then maybe the views matter, maybe the follower count matters from that perspective, right? But my main goal and perspective with this isn't about fame. I'm actually a very private person, so I really want to be able to go to my local neighborhood restaurants or anywhere without being bothered or
That's great.
Where do people notice you, by the way? Where do people recognize you? Like what type of venues or events do people recognize you?
It would be like
down the street. Did you say Whole Foods?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, like I'll just walk in Whole Foods and they're like, "Oh my god," and I'm like, I'm wearing my favorite outfit, my pajamas, but like, yes, what's going on? And even at the movie theater, I went like, I don't go to the movies that much, but I went to like an opening and I was like, oh my God, can I take a picture? And I was like, what the freak? This is weird. And a lot of Filipinos, because I'm half Filipino, no one knows that. And so anytime I go somewhere that's a Filipino event or I see Filipinos, they'll come up to me and take a photo with me. So Filipinos are like very supportive and they're like that. They're like, oh my God, I want to take a picture with you. So Filipinos like want to help me and they're excited to see me. Like I'm family basically. So I think that's awesome. Like majority. Filipino.
Huh?
Oh, I was like, I'm Filipino. It's like,
do you speak Tagalog?
No, I mean, I learned some words. Like,
what do you mean?
Because all the Filipinos like trying to teach me. It's because my mom, because I'm half white, my mom got scared that my dad was gonna get confused if she taught us Tagalog, even though we would learn anyway. So like, she made us learn English. But it was crazy because my Filipino cousins, they act like they speak Tagalog, but they don't. Their parents are Filipino. It doesn't make any sense to me. They act like they're Filipino speakers, Put them on blast. I just talk smack. I'm just kidding.
You might as well shout their full name out right now. Just kidding.
Okay.
Switching gears, let's talk about chiropractic, man. I want to chop up the current state of affairs of chiropractic. What are your thoughts? Do you think our profession is growing because of social media? Do you think, it's in a positive light right now? What are your thoughts?
In my opinion, I feel like social media made it actually more positive than it was before. It's because like people have this illusion about like look at social media and they're like, oh, this is this or something. And it could be real or it can be a trend or whatever. But I think social media made people actually want to look into chiropractic to see how it does actually change their life and how it actually should be a part of your life. Because before, like, why would you need a chiropractor? It doesn't work. And that was the mindset when I was seeing I didn't even know that. I thought everyone saw a chiropractor when I was a little kid, but no one did actually. And when I was in school, my school told me that there's people who like are against chiropractic because people are programming their minds in medical school or whatever school that they went to that it didn't work or something because they had that old school mindset. They don't actually try it out or read into it. So I feel like chiropractic is in a way better light now with social media. Even though now chiropractors that are on social media that are old school, they may not like social media chiropractors in my opinion. So yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to talk about it. First of all, yeah, I agree. I think when I was going to school, they said something like only 1% of the population has ever even had a chiropractic adjustment.
Yeah.
So there's a huge untapped market of people, right?
Yeah.
But I think because of TikTok, because of social media now, everyone has at least seen a video of chiropractic.
Yeah.
They might not have seen a chiropractor, but everybody knows what it is now. They know what it looks like, what it sounds like. I mean, I hear people walking randomly, like when I'm out and about, I hear people talking about, oh my God, that chiropractic video on TikTok,
Yeah.
I'm like, was it mine?
Literally. I think that too sometimes. Like, oh, it's Dr. Ernest. I was kidding.
No, but the sad part is like the parodies get more views though. The parodies of, like the fake chiropractors, they get way more views, man. What's up with that? They
do. Like 30 million compared to our views. Like I get
all they did was like crush a cereal box or like a fake skeleton, like a fake adjustment on a skeleton. And then we do all this hard work and we get like no views. Like, what the hell?
Like, come on guys, it's not that funny. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
And they send it to us.
But you're right. I think it's really put us on the map in terms of the mass, at least in the younger generation. But speaking of the old school chiropractors, they hate the Y strap.
Oh yeah.
And they hate TikTok. Like they call us TikTok chiropractors, right? And it's so funny because I used to despise that term and I used to despise TikTok chiropractors myself. Like, oh, you guys, because there's a lot of chiros, don't get me wrong. I'm not like the best or nothing, but there's a lot of chiros. Their technique is terrible and they have a lot of views and they have a lot of followers. And so before I started posting, I used to be like, oh man, like you're making us look bad type of thing. So I understand why some of the old school docs might look at some of us and like kind of hate on us. But at the same time, I also think it's sort of out of ignorance too, like the Y strap. What's your thoughts on the Y strap?
It's wild. When you go to chiropractic school, it's like Harry Potter, like everyone's against each other's techniques.
Yeah.
And it's wild because chiropractors, if you go to chiropractic school, they'll think, oh, your technique is not the right technique. My technique's the right technique. And it's because there's so many different techniques. The Y strap works amazing, but some patients don't need the Y strap because it's not going to help them or it could make them worse. But like, I think a lot of people benefit from it because it opens up the discs. And when I hurt myself really bad, I was spinning on my head and my head got stuck. And I was doing a screening for a chiropractor when I was learning how to talk. My head was stuck like this. And I'm like talking, hey, you should try out the chiropractor, even though I'm messed up right now. And I'm sweating in pain. And the chiropractor's like, hey, Don, you need an adjustment? I'm like, yeah. So he tries to adjust my neck. It doesn't even move. It's so stuck. So he pulled out the Y strap and I was like, what is that? I thought it was a made up tool. And he literally opened up my whole spine and it was the most amazing feeling in the world. And it fixed my issue that I had for like, that was dying for a week. So like that showed me that the Y strap was amazing. But I used to think the Y strap was just all for show and it was just like no point. But that is why I know the Y strap is beneficial. It like,
sure.
it healed me. But I do understand that not everybody needs a Y strap. I always tell everyone, like, you don't need the Y strap because it's not going to give you benefit.
I'm the same way. When I first saw the Y strap videos, I was like, oh, hell no. I would never do that. That looks aggressive. That looks dangerous. That looks like something you shouldn't be doing to people. Until I had it done on myself. Until Dr. Tyler, he did it on me. And I felt so amazing because I have herniated disc and I'm pretty compressed too. So when I had that Y strap done on me, it was like an instant, like I felt relief instantly in ways that like, wow, there's no other adjustment that could do this for me. And then also it was like, I got to do this to people. If this helps me this much, this instantly, I know my patients are going to need this. And then I started doing it on my patients and I'd say they love it. Like, I have patients begging me, like, can you please do the Y strap? I'm like, we did it last week. We did it yesterday.
Like, do that again.
I try to do it like maybe every other week. I try to space it out a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But I agree. I don't think everybody needs it. And I don't think you need to do it all the time. But for the right patient and the right technique, because I prefer not to be too aggressive, actually. I don't think they need to fly off the table. But depending on the body, depending on the person, you can do a good size adjustment and that can go all the way down to their tailbone. That's what I feel. And I think a lot of the old school chiros who hate on the Y strap either never experienced it themselves or don't know anyone who's benefited from it.
Yeah, because they're in their old ways. Like, if there's a new thing they never seen before, it was like, this is not right. They're like, go and try it.
Speaking of old school chiros, what do you think about the method of you walk into an office, they x-ray you, they usually don't even treat you that first day, they say come back, you come back the next day, and then they tell you based on your x-ray, you see all this degeneration, you're going to need chiropractic 3 times a week for 9 months, and that's going to cost you 10 grand.
Yeah, it's wild. Old school style.
What do you think about that?
With that, I feel like chiropractors, I almost said the wrong word. When quackopractors do that. I don't believe everyone needs to get x-rayed, in my opinion. But when they have that style of practice, I feel like they don't even care about the patient and it's just a numbers game. And that's like the mindset between like adjusting really fast rather than really educating them like what's really going on. That's what gives chiropractors a bad name, is when people see that kind of chiropractor. And a lot of those chiropractors are actually really cool and nice and they're great at adjusting, but majority of them don't focus on their technique or the patient, and that's a traditional thing. So every patient that comes sees me said they had a bad experience with a chiropractor and it was like that.
Yep.
And they ask me this question all the time, is like, did I have to take x-rays? Like, well, I mean, it depends on your past history, but oftentimes like you don't have to, it just depends. Sure. That's why we take a detailed history. That's my opinion on that. Like, they should get like a real like statement rather than like getting the exact same speech. Like, you have degeneration, which a lot of people have. You're coming in every day and for this amount. So that's what I think about that.
Right. I feel the exact same way. I think there's people out there that if you have a healthy spine, healthy body, you just need a quick adjustment. That's fine. You can go to those places, go in, get popped, and you're good. But the vast majority of people who are in pain, who have postural dysfunction, who have some type of ailment, they need more than that. They need a little more than just a quick adjustment. They need soft tissue work, or they need rehab, laser, whatever it is. They need a little more time and attention. And then you got to train them. You got to teach them. That's how I think people get better.
Yeah.
So when you sell someone on this big package 3 times a week, that's designed for quick adjustments. It's designed for them to just pop in, get quickly adjusted. If your muscles are tight, it's going to pull you right back out of place again anyway. And you're kind of scaring people. You're scaring people into buying this package and telling them, if you don't do this, you're going to get worse. Your condition's going to get worse. And I don't think we should be scaring people into taking care of their bodies. I think we should be inspiring them to want to take care of their bodies because it feels good and because they enjoy doing it.
And I feel like every patient deserves to have the knowledge of what's really happening and the knowledge of how to change their lifestyle rather than like, I'm the only one who's going to fix it for you. And it's more honest. Like, you feel great when the person has all the knowledge, what they need to change their life, rather than like they're confused. Like, is this working or not? I don't know.
I'm sure some of the docs, if they watch this, are going to be really mad at me
They're
for exposing them. And really, they make a lot more money, because if you can see 50 to 100 people a day versus 10 to 15, you're going to make a lot more money doing that. I get it.
Yeah.
And it's hard out there. It's hard to survive. Even as a chiropractor nowadays, there's so much competition. It's hard. I get it. But our profession is to help people. Our profession is to put hands on people to help them. And if that way is now outdated, because there's so much good technology now, there's so many good devices, there's so many, like that laser thing you have at your office, the tools, we have so much at our disposal. Why are we not using that to help people?
I know, it's interesting. It's like, I guess it matters how much you care about the patient, because when you go to school, some of your classmates are in it for business, and some people are in it to make an impact, and then some people are trying to make an impact but they can't afford to live.
Right.
Like, not seeing as much patients because they care so much that they can't get more patients to come in. So it's tough. Like, it's hard to figure out your business model, but at the same time help people at the same time.
I think usually you're good at one or the other.
Yeah.
You're business minded or you're good at helping people. But what blows my mind is people who get into the profession strictly for business because they think they can make a lot of money doing it. That's such a foreign concept to me. Yeah. I'm like, dude, just go learn how to trade or something. You can make way more money being like a day trader or something, or options calls, rather than being a chiropractor. Like, really? That's why you got in to our profession?
And they tell you at school, like, oh, I went in for business.
Really?
Strictly business. A lot of my classmates, they're like, I'm strictly business. And like, literally, I'm not even kidding. Like, so many people at my school have such a high opinion of themselves. They're like, I don't know about you, but you're not gonna make any money. I'm going strictly business, and that's why I'm here. Sometimes, they're nice people, so sometimes, some of them are not. But like, well, you do your thing, and I'm gonna do my thing. So it's just, it's hard to say. It's like very mixed.
The irony, though, is that chiropractic used to be a lot more of a lucrative profession probably 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago. The 80s and 90s. That was like the heyday where they were making millions, because insurance was paying well, workers' comp was paying well, PI was paying well, so you could make a lot of money back then. But now it's so hard. Insurance barely pays anything, and
so you want to avoid
those days are long gone.
Insurance, a lot of work.
Yeah,
and sometimes those patients don't want to change their lifestyle. Sometimes it just depends, but they're just like, oh, I'm just here for the insurance to do your thing or whatever. With my experience when I was in Seattle, they want to do the whole insurance, and then they just don't want to change their lifestyle after that insurance. But then some people get really excited if it does take their insurance, and they'll just come for the rest of their lives, like however they want. They're like, oh, I can't believe I just come and take care of myself with it being paid for. So it just depends on the perspective of insurance for that person.
But on the flip side, I feel like our profession will be around for a long time, because we can't be replaced by robots. We can't be replaced by AI.
Yeah.
But I think other professions will be. I think in the future, AI will be prescribing medication to people. There's going to be a lot less medical doctors, I think.
We're going against the robots.
especially if their primary practice is prescriptions and putting people on meds, that can easily be done by AI and robots, Oh yeah,
whereas definitely.
The physical touch, making someone feel comfortable, giving them healing quality touch, you can't. There's no robot that can do that. I don't think there ever will be.
Yeah,
so hopefully our profession can get our ish together. We can unify, come together, stop being so divided, stop hating on each other so much, even though we're kind of hating on the old school docs. But I'm not hating on the technique necessarily. I'm hating on the paradigm. The paradigm of let's help people. Let's really be authentic healers. Let's bring our hearts and intentions to our practice so that we can literally make a change in people's lives, because that's what they need. And it's going to be more needed, I think, in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that would be huge if we were all actually on the same team, because as you get online, you just notice that chiropractors are actually not on your side, and we're already divided from other professions. So it's pretty wild.
Oh, you're talking about the chiros that they trash other chiros? Those accounts?
Oh yeah. I see them on my page all the time.
That's so wild.
I go to their profile, I'm like,
man.
Wow, I thought chiropractors were kind people. It's like the meanest comment ever.
But you know what I notice about those type of accounts that doesn't have to just be chiros who hate on each other, but any account on social media that hate on other accounts, like that's what their whole page is about, is hating on somebody
Yeah.
and then explaining why they hate on them. When you look at their comments, half of them are other people hating on them too. It's like their comment section is always like a battle. It's always like negative. I mean, there's some people like, oh my God, you're, you know, we love what you're doing. Please keep, you know, exposing people. But then there's so much, it's so heavy. Their page is so heavy. Their page is so, it's like predicated on hate. So they're like everything about their page, even though they might have a ton of followers, it just feels so heavy compared to someone else who's a lot more positive. And you look at their comments and most of them are positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know your video is doing really well if you have those negative comments. Yes.
Anytime one of my videos does well, that's when the hate comes in. That's when like the you're not a real doctor, you're a quack, and those comments start coming in. I'm like, some of these have to be bots because they're only coming in when the video gets big. So they've got to be bots that are trying to like who knows what. You know?
Yeah. Dang, what a negative world.
How do you feel about those comments? Does it still bother you?
I think when I first got them on TikTok, I was like, ouch, my feelings. And then you kind of have to have this perspective of like, oh, it's just some random hater sitting in his bedroom, like just hating because he's upset. And sometimes you just kind of forgive everybody because everyone's having a hard time with their life. So I kind of like create this mindset that this person's probably not in a good place right now. They're just hating. So it doesn't really bother me too much, but sometimes when it goes over the top, they're like really inappropriate and angry at the same time. Like, damn, I just got to delete these or block them because it's so negative. Like, I don't want it to disturb my subconscious, even if it's not that bad anymore.
Sometimes they're bots, bro. Sometimes they're not even real people.
I know. Oh my God. Robots are so good at hater comments too.
But you're right. Sometimes you've got to just delete or block. I've only had to block maybe 1 or 2 people at most ever because I just kind of just ignore it. But sometimes when they kind of start harassing you, when they start like commenting on like all of your posts, it's like, all right, you're out. You're done.
That's their biggest fan, actually.
That's so weird, man. It's so crazy.
Essays. Like, wow, that guy's really focused on me right now.
I want to talk a little bit more about your mindset because you sort of mentioned that in the beginning about when you journaled, you manifested this life for yourself. Aside from journaling, do you have any other habits? Do you have any must-do routines in your everyday life that is important for you?
Yeah, like every morning I get my sunlight and I sit down and I meditate and I say affirmations of the new life because I want to reborn myself nonstop. I just say what I really am focused on creating. I say it out loud while I laser my brain at the same time. So I do that every morning. And I feel like it has been changed my life because you're reprogramming your brain by saying it, writing it, and subconsciously you go towards all those things and it kind of changes your life really well. And then I have to also focus on, I don't say negative, even though I was talking crap about everyone earlier. That was like PG, but I try not to say anything negative or gossip because I feel like I am throwing this negative energy in my subconscious and into the universe. And I notice like subconsciously it makes my day worse if I do gossip or say something negative. This lifestyle I created is that I forgive everyone who probably didn't like me in the past or was mean to me because I'm not going to see them. So I forgive in my mind. I'm positive. I meditate and I say affirmations and I live the lifestyle that I preach, which I'm teaching people, which is I eat healthy and I work out and I just go towards everything that makes my mindset very high so I can give everyone my positive energy every time they interact with me. I have to have this schedule of things that makes me high on life so I can help people get high on life as well. So that's important.
Absolutely. I'm the same way. And also for me, in addition to what you're saying, there's also when you work with patients, I'm sure you feel this too. Sometimes you have an intuition about something that, oh, your pain is related to this emotion or your pain is related to this relationship. It's not a physical pain, right?
Yeah.
It's not purely physical. And in order to have that type of intuition, your mind, body, and spirit has to always be sort of neutral or cleared.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that for sure.
So it's very important for me to make sure that I get enough rest. Physically, I'm fit. I'm getting enough movement, exercise, the food that I put into my body, my thoughts, my emotions, all of that constantly needs to be purified, constantly need to ground myself.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that because you can't help someone if you can't help yourself.
And then the fun, right now, my creative hobby, one of them, aside from social media, besides the work aspect of it, like the stories, I think is a little more fun, where I could express myself in more of a fun way. My other creative hobbies is breakdancing, b-boying, thanks to you. You know, you inspired me that it's not about how old I am, because I thought, oh, I'm way too old now to even attempt a windmill. So now I've been practicing, not as much as I want, not as much as I should, but seeing my body change, seeing the muscle memory, seeing the little changes happening over time is so amazing. It's humbling too. Yeah. Everyone wants fast. Like, I should be able to do this quickly, but realizing how long it takes for the body to actually adapt and for the muscle memory to set in, that's humbling. But also realizing that it's even possible is also humbling.
Exactly. That's the mindset, I think, too. You like prove that you can do something amazing, which is wild. Like a superhero. You're like, wow, I can do a windmill, or I can jump on my head.
I'm getting close, man. I'm getting really close. I haven't been sharing. I'm kind of embarrassed to share like the journey, because there's some fear that what if I never get there?
Then I'm just gonna force you to get it no matter what.
I'm gonna embarrass myself, but
you gotta post it.
But I feel like I'm getting close. I think by this year, I think my goal is before the end of the year, I think I'll be able to do a couple windmills. Not like b-boy status, but be able to bust some windmills out. I mean, I kind of already did, but it wasn't as clean as I wanted. So semi-clean, bust some windmills, maybe basic footwork, maybe basic top rock, and I'd be satisfied, man. I think
you got the footwork down?
No.
I'm not starting that yet.
But the crazy thing is, I'm able to do some freezes, hold my body up in positions that I was never able to do. That alone is amazing. Like, wow, my body is adapting to this and being able to defy gravity in some ways, you know?
Yeah. Is a baby freeze?
Baby freeze, yeah. I could do a little bit of baby freeze. Little turtle freeze.
The turtle freeze had like a million names. If you just practice that every day, like you'll adapt into a wild windmill, or you'll throw your body up in the air. Like that freeze makes you do so much fun things. You naturally get the strength if you went in it. Like if you had like a 5-minute practice and you just jumped into that freeze and try to hold it, your muscles will change over time. You won't even notice. You're like, oh, this is so easy. Like you could push yourself into a handstand, and then you can do the windmills better. It's just a great move that you can jump in. It's like so easy, but you can just play with it and you'll adapt and like transform.
It's not easy, bro. But that's what I'm going to be doing right now, right after this. Go do my b-boy practice.
Okay, you got to vlog it. I'm going to vlog my practices too. I haven't even vlogged any b-boy at all.
Yeah, but your practice looks like a performance. Like come on.
I guess you're right. I have to call.
But I'll tell you this: once I get a little better, bro, I'm gonna come back to your office, and then we're gonna do our part 2 from what we our last video, where we'll actually do a little breaking and then adjust each other.
Oh, that'd be cool. Okay, we'll do that. You should vlog a little bit. You know, you've been recording it, right?
You think? Okay, fine.
I'm not even kidding. Like if you record it subconsciously on the days that you're too tired to practice, you're gonna be like, dude, I just recorded this video of me glowing up to get windmills down. I have to practice.
Well, no, I do record. I watch it on my own, but I'm just not like sharing it on my stories and stuff. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Share it. Makes you more motivated.
Before we log off here, I have final question. 2 things. Number 1, any advice for students or fresh grads in terms of practice, social media, anything? Like, what would you say to them?
Okay, if you're a chiropractic student or about to graduate, while you're in school, you should start your social media. Just think of it that it's marketing and it's not just getting attention. You can educate people on there. And I would start it while you're in school, because it will change your life when you start your practice, and you'll get better at speaking. You'll be a professional at marketing. So I think that's the most important thing to learn is social media marketing, and then also like learn how to run a business while you're in school. When I was in school, I didn't even actually focus that much on the classes. I focused on running my techniques, all the treatments I wanted to perform, and business and marketing, which is a social media aspect. So I focused on that full time, and I studied enough for the classes to get through them. And I blew up really well right when I started, and it was so much easier because your mindset transformed. So I think that's the most important, in my opinion, for like a student.
I couldn't agree more, because so many students wait till they graduate and they're still in the student mindset.
Yeah.
Whereas
exactly.
when you're already in the business mindset, you're already in the professional, I'm a chiropractor mindset while you're a student. When you graduate, you'll know what to do, and you're ready to see patients the very next day.
Yeah. I felt like I was already a chiropractor. I was like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Let's plug you up. What's the future look like for you? And then where can people find you?
So right now, the future right now is, I think I want to travel more and help people around the world and educate more people. And I think I want to do more talking videos to inspire people to get that mindset that they want to get healthier and more positive energy. That's what I've been really focusing on right now, since I can naturally just see patients because we've been doing it for so long. And if you guys want to check me out, I'm on Instagram at Dr. Donovan Smolich, and my TikTok and my YouTube is Dr. Donovan. And you can see long form videos. You can learn how to journal with me. I just made 2 videos on how to journal starting from when I was homeless. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. And that's how you find me.
Sick, man. I love that. Yeah, my content's changing too. And it's evolving where I want to share more of myself and more of ways to inspire people, more than just the treatment videos. The treatment videos are great too, but I love that you're doing that as well.
I know. I could sense your energy. When I was watching your new content, I was like, that's what I like to see every day.
No, I appreciate it, man. It's a lot of it hasn't even come out yet. Like I've already recorded some stuff, so wait for those.
Oh, snap.
But hey, I'd love to do another collab with you. Maybe not just the treatment, but maybe we can get creative and do some type of inspirational type of collab somehow.
Yeah, we should. We should do like maybe vlog style and teach on there and do a cool activity. I don't know, windmill in the lake or something. I don't.
Yeah, maybe I got to pull up to your office sooner than later.
Yeah, we'll figure out something fun.
All right. Sounds good, man. Hey, appreciate you hopping on with me, getting on this call. Yeah, man. Thanks for inspiring me. We got to practice b-boying too.
I'm down.
we got to catch up, bro. Man. I got to come holler at you.
Yeah. I'll show you some new moves. I've been practicing a lot.
Okay. All right.
When we first danced together, I wasn't even b-boying anymore, really.
Right. Yeah, you inspired me, and maybe you teaching me inspired you to kind of get back into it. So that's dope. Let's
gotta
see where
get
this
you
goes.
Pro.
Sorry, the Chiro crew.
Chiro crew.
Crazy. All right, bro. Have a good rest of your day and a good weekend, and we'll chat again. All right, bro.
All right, later, man. You too.